to the Quality of Life podcast. My name is Erin Olson, and I am a businesswoman and mother who has been studying personal growth for over 15 years. I've tried almost all of the habits and hacks out there. My goal is to use my real-life experience to show you which tricks and habits make the biggest changes to your quality of life with the least amount of time and energy on your part. We will cover everything from habits to hacks, fitness to family, and everything in between. Now, let's dive on into today's topic. Hey guys, Erin Olson here. This year, 2023, was my first year as a solo podcaster. I made it a priority to help teach others how to become the best versions of themselves. I have been studying my own personal growth for a while now, and I know how much of a difference it has made in my life, both spiritually, mentally, and physically. I started this podcast with the intention to help you to learn faster than I did by teaching you all through my stories so you didn't have to learn the hard way like I did. And by becoming the best version of yourself, you not only have the best tools to achieve at a high level, but also to help change other people's lives. I know that sounds totally Pollyanna-ish, but it's really true. By doing and being your best, you show others that it can be done. And just like no one knew that a 4-minute mile was possible until Roger Bannister did it in the 1950s, the people around you might not know that leveling up is possible until you show them the way. Usually, when people start to grow into a high achiever or living with excellence, they start to want more from their current jobs. Sometimes you can get fulfillment from your current job or by moving up the ladder at work and becoming a leader from within the business that you work in. And there is definitely a need for us to help the businesses that we are working in, even if it's not ours. But sometimes it makes you feel completely unsatisfied with the business that you work for, or even frustrated because you know that there's a better way to do things. I have been there. That is why I have been an entrepreneur for the bulk of my life. When you feel like you are losing a little piece of your soul when you show up to work, that is a horrible feeling. I know. There is a lot of good things about being able to punch a clock, do your best all day, and then punch out and go home, leaving all of the stresses behind you at work. And if that's what you want to do, there is no shame in it. But when you spend most of your waking hours at a job that doesn't fill you up, you can start to feel unfulfilled and mediocre and resentful. So if this sounds like you, I want to help you start a business, something of your own. Now, I want to warn you, it will not be easy by any means. In fact, it's probably one of the most challenging things that I have ever done. But when you start to pour out your heart and your soul and all your energy into something that helps others, the feeling of fulfillment is unmatchable, in my opinion. So back in 2004, I had a horse that got really sore right around Christmas. She was so sore that she couldn't even get up. I called the vet, and if you have pets, you know how expensive an emergency call is. I was pretty broke, working 2 jobs, but wasn't about to let my horse, Magic, suffer. So the vet came out and told me that Magic had foundered really bad and was probably not fixable. She might get good enough to be a pasture pet or to breed, but she would likely never be ridden again. The vet administered pain relief, but I was devastated. So I did what most people do. I went straight to the internet to see how to fix Magic. I found a guy who had extensive experience helping horses become healthy again after a diagnosis like hers. So I reached out and found one of his students, Scott, nearby. With Scott's help, I was able to get her healthier than she had been in a long time. And she was actually able to be ridden again in just a few months. After a while, Scott got so busy that he couldn't keep up with the demand for his services, that he urged me to go to the school like he did and to learn to do it myself. So I did. And that is where my second company was born, Rebel Footworks. I was able to help so many people and horses that I felt such a deep sense of pride and fulfillment. Plus, I was making quite a bit of money. Bonus! As I built my company, I learned so much about business. I made tons of mistakes, believe me, and I learned a lot from the School of Hard Knocks. While I had business experience before, this was a totally different challenge, as I was only able to help so many clients. I was capped, basically, and I was so busy. Well, fast forward to a moment and a pasture where I had come up with an idea for a net for a round bale that would slow down how my fat horses ate the hay. And at this time, hay was super expensive due to drought and the housing market bubble pop of 2008. And so Hay Chicks was born. And I can't say I did it by myself, as a client of mine became a business partner and we grew it up together. So as the business grew and we hired and fired employees and learned how to be leaders and not just bosses, we learned so many hard lessons. And that is why I want to help you. There are a lot of business people teaching all the different ways to raise capital and to scale and to build a brand, but none of them really tell you how to actually start. So this year, I am hoping to help you navigate this process from start to finish. I've already done a few episodes on this, and I hope you go back and listen to if you haven't listened to them yet. But I plan on bringing in experts in specific areas to help give their advice on things as well. Let's learn from those who actually know the ins and outs of business. And by doing this, I hope to help you to start and grow your business and really increase your quality of life. And if you are not wanting to start a business, the lessons that I plan to teach you can actually really help you level up in any business you work in, even if it's not your own. Please share this on your social and let's help as many people as we can to take a hold of their own futures. I look forward to this year, and it's going to be so challenging, but after all, if there's no challenge, it's not worth it. I'll see you next week on the Quality of Life podcast. Have a good one. Thanks for listening to today's episode. Be sure to check us out on the Quality of Life podcast, Facebook and Instagram pages, and our website, theerinolson.com, for downloads and more information. That is TheErinolson.com. Stay up to date by joining our email newsletter. Together, we can improve all of our quality of life.